Good evening, guys. So in this video we'll talk about the index function, and many of you have requested me to upload the video on the index function, and some of you even have shown the interest in using the match function with this index. So I was actually about to upload a video on the same, but then luckily what happened is one of my subscribers, Vishwajit, he has written me this email just couple of minutes back, and he's saying that can you please find the dash sheet and give the resolution for the same. So I have uploaded this workbook, and this is what exactly his workbook talks about, right? And this is what we are actually going to we are going to use this index function over here in order to sort out this issue. But let me first tell you what exactly he's looking forward to. So this is the sheet where he has said that what I need, and this is the data. So let me just delete these two sheets, they are not required here. Now what is happening is he has this table, and in this table we have the employee code and the employee name and the date on date, some time values here, right? I guess it's an attendance tracker wherein I think everybody has a record that on this date what was the shift time, or maybe what was the in time, right? So what he wants to do is he wants to find this in time which he has written here, right? Which we are actually going to develop. So we have this format, we have the employee code, we have the employee name and the date, and then for all those dates 18, 20, 22nd, 23rd, against this person Nitin, and the employee code is also written. We want to find out when exactly he came, right? So which means that on 18th of Feb we want to see that Nitin came on what time, at what time. So Nitin came on 18th of Feb, if I go here, on 9:31 a.m. right? So this is what exactly we want. He has written here this is wrong, but anyways that's not the problem, because we'll develop this, we'll develop a formula. Now how will you ensure that this Nitin is going to be looked up in this table, which is a huge table, right? In this table, and at the same time we should also get a proper match against the date, which is the date is the date is in this D column, which is 18th of Feb, and the dates are changing as you can see here, 20, 22nd, 23rd. So I'm going to tell you about the index function, and then we'll develop this formula here, and we'll see that if we can get this or not, right? So before we start the index function, let me tell you what exactly is required. See, in this index we need the table, and then the row number and the column number, right? So table is, we know that the table is going to be this table, which starts from this A2 and it is going till AE, and then this entire table, right, which has 28 rows. So in this table what we will do is, with the help of the index function, we'll find out the row of this Nitin, and then at the same time, once it is going to find out the row for this Nitin, which is the third row, we have to see a formula which can give us the direction across columns, which can tell us what is the column number of this date. So for example, if we are looking for the attendance records of this Nitin, once we will find the row number for the Nitin, then we have to see which column. For if in case if we are looking forward to 3rd of Feb for the Nitin, then the intersection point of this column E and the row number 3 is going to be 9:16 a.m. So one side we need the row number for the lookup value, which is Nitin, and the second thing which we need is the column number for the date which we are looking forward to, and then we'll intersect those points, and whatever the intersection point comes, that is actually going to be our value, right? So what we are going to do is to find the row number, first of all let me just build this formula from the very basic level, row number and the column number. So we will use the match function here. We'll say that the row number for this Nitin. Now Nitin, I will not select the Nitin because Nitin could be two people can have a name, Nitin, right? Or maybe more than 3 people can have a same name. So instead of that, we'll use the employee code, and I'm sure employee code is a unique. Even if you have 3 Nitins, then each of them will have different employee code. So I'm going to match up this in this data sheet, in this table column A, So I'm going to select this entire table A2 to A28 and I'll say I need the exact match, so I'll press 0, right? So once you have this, you need to freeze the table. Now drag this. Now match returns the position, right? Match is actually used to return the position horizontally or vertically, that depends upon your data. So in this case it is going to be horizontally because my data is flowing in the downward direction, which is this direction, right? So as you can see here, this Nitin is, the employee code of this Nitin is on the third row. So I'm getting here second. So why I'm getting here second is, that's the point, we need to see it. So our table starts from A2. Because our table starts from A2, that is why this is going to be our second row, right? This is going to be first, second and third and so on. So let's find out for another person, which is Divakar. So Divakar is on the third row if my table starts from A2. So that's the row number of Divakar, and which is correct. In this table, employee code is on my first row, and then I have Nitin on the second row, and then Divakar on the third row. So till now I am on this row, but in this row I need to find now which column I want, right? So how will I get the column? I will get the column using the match function, using the date. So this time I'll use this date, and now my table is going to be this A22, the last value is AE2, right? And I need of course the exact match, so I'll write 0 and you press enter. Now this is going to be my column number. Freeze the table, this, and drag this. Remember, I'm not freezing the D3 because eventually what will happen is, if you open the table, this 22 is going to be picked up, then this 23 is going to be picked up, and then so on, 25th. So what is happening is, in this table we are getting the two numbers. One is the row and the another is the column number. The first is the row number from this table and the second is the column number from this table, and whatever the intersection point we will have now using the index, that will be our value, that will be our time, right? Now you need to ensure that one thing, that both these tables I have started it from A2. This is starting from A2, and at the same time this is also starting from A2, and this is very much important because when you're going to start this table, in order to find the employee code, the position of the employee code or the row number, your table, if it is going to start from here, from let's say from the A3, then you will get this position of Nitin as 1, right? But because we are starting it from the employee code, so Nitin position will change to 2. Similarly, when you're going to start your column, if you're going to start from here, right, then the position, for example, for the 1st of Feb is going to be 2. But if you're going to start your table from here, then the position of this, the column number of this 1st of Feb is going to be 3, and it is going to make a huge difference when you apply the index, because in index we will have to tell Excel to, or index to start the table. So where we are going to start the table, if I'm going to start my table from here, which should be the case, right, like this. So in this table you need to understand that, let me first scroll this. So if you are going to select your table from here like this, right, this entire table, if you are going to select, then in this table, starting from this employee code, your 1st Feb is going to be on the 3rd position, and the 2nd Feb is going to be on the 4th position, right? So it is very much important for you to start your match function also from the employee code, otherwise you will get the different positions, right? So that's why we started it from the A2, and here also we started it from the A2. I'll come to this point again. First of all, now come back and start writing your in time. Now go to the index. We'll use the first formula, array, row number and column number. So array means table. Where is my table? So in this table, which I'm going to select, this entire table, what is my row number? I'll come back to the sheet. Now the row number going to be 2nd, and the column number is going to be 20, and I'll press enter, and you get the value here. In case if you don't get this value or some number, what you need to do is you need to go to the format cells, and you need to ensure that your time has to be in this HHMMSS format, right? I already did that, that's why I'm getting this number here. Now in this table, this is my table array. I will freeze this because I want that this should be freeze, this should not be changed. However, my this L3 and N3 should not freeze, and it should keep on changing. So I'm going to drag this, and this is how you'll get your values. Now we can check the values here. For example, for the Divakar on the 18th of Feb, let us see. So index has started from here, as you know. So we have found the row number of the Divakar, which is the row number 3, as you can see here. In this case, let me just bold this. Now this is the row number 3. So obviously my index, has gone to this third row, and after reaching to this third row, what we said is go to the 20th column, starting from, remember, starting from A2, which is the start point of my table. So starting from here and then going to the 20th, you can see here, this is going to be my 18th Feb, and so T column is the one where my this index will stop, because I have the 20th column and the third row. So what is my third row of this table is 1 2 3, this is right, and the intersection point is 931, which is what I'm getting here, right? And this is what exactly is for Divakar. So that's what I'm getting here. In case if I change this to, let's say, maybe 20 seconds, and I can change the, let's say, time as well, maybe 10. Now let's see we get the value or not. So we get the value 10, 31, 20, exactly the same value, right? So not only this, I can even I can make this formula more dynamic, because right now if I delete this, and if I delete this, I will have some problems here. You see that now the table is not giving me any value. It is giving me the same value, which is 918, right? Because you are passing in the parameter 0. You don't have any row, you don't have any column number, because of which you will get these wrong values. So let me just undo this. So you can again form the index here directly. You can use the match function. So what you'll do is you'll start your index, you come to this table, and you can select the entire table, and thereafter start writing the match because we need to find the row number, which is the next parameter. So I'll say that now match this employee code in my table, which is, this is my table, that's my table I've selected, A2 to A28, and give me the exact match. And then after I close the bracket and press again the comma, now you see that the column number is highlighted for the index. So this time again I'll say that what is my column number. So column number obviously I would get from this date. So I want this date to be looked up. Again I'll come to this table and then select my table from employee code. So employee code has to be the starting point for my index table for my both the match functions. So this I have covered the entire table, because here my dates are lying, and now I'll give the exact match, which is again 0, and I'll press the enter. Press the enter, and here, as I was telling you, that you need to change the format. So just go to the format cells, and Control 1 is the shortcut key. In case if you're not aware, you can watch the my series on the shortcut keys by going to my YouTube channel or by going to my website excelvbalover.com, and you can learn the shortcut keys from there. So I have formatted it. Now what you need to do is you need to freeze the table. Freezing the table is very important, and similarly you need to freeze this match table, and similarly you need to freeze this match table. Now you'll not freeze the D3 and B3, because D3 is 18 Feb, next time it has to be 20, and then 22nd. Similarly your code should also keeps on changing as per the name, so that's something you do not want to freeze. Now drag the function and you will get your values. So either you break down this index in two formats, first get the row number, the column number, or maybe if you are expert, or afterwards using this, when you are confident enough, you can go ahead and you can directly prepare this function, right? So let me quickly tell you what exactly is happening. When you write the index function, you need to select the table, and in that table you need to give the row number of the lookup value which you are trying to find. In this case we wanted to find the employee code, that's why we found the position of this employee code using the match function which I have used here, and then thereafter you need to tell the column number. So column number would come from the date, so again we have used here the date function, the match function for the date. So we found the position of the column number, right? So this is how you can write the index in the match function. And I can even further give you a very simple example. For example, you have here name, let's say you have some names here, and here you have, let's say, their marks, right? Now what you want to do is you want to find, let's say, Sam and John, right? So you have the names here and you want to find their age and you want to find their marks. Let me write the age here. Let's say you have this table. Now VLOOKUP will not work in case if you think that the VLOOKUP can do the solution for you. VLOOKUP doesn't work in the opposite direction, so it can never work from left to right. So obviously what you need to do is, if you are a big fan of VLOOKUP, maybe you can copy this and paste it here, and then you can start your writing VLOOKUP, because VLOOKUP always works from left to right. But anyways, that's a different thing. We'll talk about the index. Index can work in any direction, and index is more powerful than VLOOKUP, right? Well, I won't say powerful, but I don't know. I mean, in a situation like this where you have values to the right of your lookup, this is my lookup value, and or maybe on the right of this lookup, then there you can actually simply use the index function. So what we will do is we'll simply say index. So start my table from here, and then what you want the row number of the Sam. So the Sam row number in this table is 1 2 3, and the column is going to be, since it is a age column, so in this table age is my first column, so I'll write here first and I'll press enter. Similarly, when I write the index function here, I'll start my table from here, and this time again the row number for the Sam would be 3, and the column number this time it is going to be changed to 3, right? But obviously you can't make this it's not a good idea to develop this formula on every cell, because we have just 2 headers. What if we have maybe 10 headers, 15 headers, more than 20 headers? Then that does not mean that you're going to write this formula on all those 20 cells, right? So what we can do is we can simply say that try to find out this. Now I'm going to again bifurcate this for you. So here we will find the position of the Sam. So I'll select this Sam, and I'll say that select this table and give me the position of the Sam, and then I'm going to freeze this table so that the table should not move, and then we'll drag this and we'll get the position of Sam and John here. You can even further write Matt and you can drag this formula, so you'll get the position of all these now names. Similarly here you can find the match. Now here I'm going to find, maybe I'll write it here somewhere here. Now find the position of the age. In order to find the position, this time the table will be this, because I have all these headers in this direction, right? They are moving across columns. The row number is same, which is 27, but the column is changing, B, C and D. So you have to be very wise in choosing the correct table. I need the exact match, so I'll press enter, and then I'll say F4 and I'll freeze my table, and I can copy paste it. Now if I change this marks, you see that these numbers are automatically going to be changed, right? That's the beauty of this match function. Similarly, if you write here John, you see that the position of the Sam and John will also change, because match is doing what? Match is looking up this John, this John in this table. So we have automated the entire task. Now what you can do is you can use the index function, and you can select this table. I will like to cover all those headers, because if I will not cover these headers like marks and age, then I will not be able to define which column I need. So that's a very important point. Now what is the row number? That's my row number. What is the column number? This is my column number. Now you have to do the cell referencing, so I'll freeze the table quickly. This is what I teach in my classes. We take a deep dive into all these basics. So I hope Vishwajit you are getting this. As you know, I remember that last time when we were together, when I was giving a training, you know, we had a good amount of discussion on these referencing part, right? So guys, now I need to freeze this G19 in this way. So I'll freeze only the column G. I'll not freeze the 29, because when I will move this left to right, the G29 should remain as G29. It should not be changed to H29. And similarly, when I'll move this down, this G29 has to be changed to G30. So I'm keeping this as $G29, and similarly for this I34, I'll see what exactly I need to change. This time I'll freeze the row, not the column, because on moving left to right, I want this I34 to be changed to K34, J34, I beg your pardon, and in this J34 I'll have the column number, which is 1. However, if I will not freeze this 34, then 34 will change to 35 when I move downward, and in row number 35 I don't have anything, so it will give me the wrong result. So we are good to go, I guess. Now let me just copy this and paste it, and I can paste it here, and as you can see here that I'm getting their position, marks and age. And if you want to change, let's say if you want to put the Matt here, the numbers will automatically change. If you want to write Ajay here, if you want to write his Sam, these numbers will automatically change. You know, these will be changed because these column numbers and row numbers will also change, right? So that's the video number 122 for you guys. Watch my all rest of the videos, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. If you like the video, don't forget to click on the like, and I would really want that in case if you want to give some feedback, please give your feedback. And one thing more, you can go to my this YouTube channel, you can subscribe, and at the same time under this playlist, you know, you can watch all the videos according to the category. We have the videos on the conditional formatting, we have the videos on Outlook, how you can connect Outlook from Excel using VBA, and we have so many videos over here, right? We have the videos on the loops, we have the videos on the if functions, we have the videos on charts, pivots, user forms, everything is there. And as I have started my website as well, you can go to this tutorials Excel training. In case if you're looking for the training, let me know about it. You can go through the training course, or in case if you're looking for the videos, click on this video tutorial and it will take you to the you know, subject wise my videos. Now click on any video, if you click on this, you will be on the, you know, video which you can watch on the YouTube, you can watch otherwise as well on my this website only, right? So these are the videos which are there, and these are all, you know, 122 videos uploaded according to the subject, right? So this video will be uploaded under the index and the match category, right, which I haven't created yet. But otherwise for the rest of the videos, you can see here goal seek, maybe these are shortcut keys, part 1, part 2 you can watch, and I'm in the process of uploading some more videos on the shortcut keys, so we have each and everything for you covered. And these are the online classes which I take through Skype, and you can go through those videos and you can check the stuff, and you know, I'm sure this will give you a lot of clarity how the training program goes. So thanks again for being a part of this program, and I'll come up with some more videos again. And thank you so much, Vishwajit, for putting up this great question. Thank you and have a good day. Bye bye.